And now, live in studio, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes.
And yes, here we are again, another day committed to being your consumer advocate. It's all about helping you understand your buying decisions. We don't care if you're climbing a corporate ladder or if you throw a ladder in your truck on the way to work. This show's for you. We want to help you win, and we want to serve the community as being a consumer advocate, helping you understand your buying decisions and making you just a bit more street smart here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. We've got on the phones, we got Gregg Bowman, the AC guy of Tampa Bay, coming in via Zoom. Say hello to Gregg Bowman, the AC guy of Tampa Bay. Hey, Greg.
Hey, Brandon. It's great to be meeting you this way.
Yeah, we got remote access here going on with a lot of our expert contributors. So we're going to talk about air quality today with the AC guy of Tampa Bay, Gregg Bowman. That's right.
Yeah, definitely. It's a hot button issue in our industry, especially with everything going on in the world today. So.
Yeah, awesome. So we're going to talk about that, maybe some of the misconceptions about coronavirus and the air quality of your home. And in studio as well, we've got Mary Surnicki, Suncoast Roofing, right here in studio. Welcome to the show, Mary.
Glad to be back. I can't wait to share about our the new shingles that have come out from GAF HDZ. That has no wind limitation, so it's pretty exciting. And how Suncoast Roofing is still able to go out to residential homes through some of the technology like Zoom to do appointments with customers. So great to be here.
Awesome. Good stuff. And we also have Fred DeFelice, waterscience.us. Hey, Fred.
Great to be here as always. A lot of things to talk about today. To help our consumers get through this troubling time,
That's right. Yeah, you got water quality as an issue as well here in Tampa Bay, and air quality. We'll talk more about that with Gregg Bowman, the AC guy of Tampa Bay. And we have a feel-good story of the day. Every day we're going to tell you something positive in our feel-good story of the day. And today's is an awesome one. I love this one. Man hands out $10,000 in cash to people waiting in unemployment line. This is over from Australia, our Aussie friends there. And as you know, I'm the owner of the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. I want to let you know about a hot listing, a commercial listing that we've got in Clearwater, 19206 US Highway 19 in Clearwater. This is a great opportunity here in Tampa Bay for a commercial development play, maybe even move your office over to this address at 19206 US Highway 19 North in Clearwater. It's currently operating, it's a corner lot, and it's currently operating as a freestanding building with a dealership, a car dealership there, reputable dealership. That's a nationwide company. But you can buy it, you could build condos, you can do whatever you want to do on this land. We can make sure we get you through the zoning as well and help walk you through that. Check out all of our real estate listings at PlatinumMVPTeam.com. That's PlatinumMVPTeam.com, and we would love to help you buying, selling, or investing. Plus, we're doing instant offers as well through Keller Offers. So if you want a fast cash offer, go with a reputable company like Keller Williams Realty, and we'll help you with that as well. So let's go to Gregg Bowman, the AC guy of Tampa Bay. Talk about water quality coming up in the show with Fred DeFelice. But air quality is another big one. It's one of those things we don't necessarily see it, Greg, but it's out there.
Yeah, most definitely. The EPA in the past has said that the air inside our homes is up to 5 times more polluted than outdoor air. We're definitely becoming very aware of that with the current COVID situation, with a disease that's being transmitted basically through the air. It's definitely something that we're getting a lot of interest, a lot of questions about. And a lot of people don't realize that their air conditioning system can be used to help treat the air in your home and clean and purify that air. And it's definitely keeping us busy right now.
So when we talk about helping to treat the air quality, so this is on an existing system. You can come in and somewhat, what is it called, like a retrofit on their existing system, Greg?
Yeah, Brandon, they make different types of indoor air purifiers that can be mounted and attached to your existing unit. They can mount in the ductwork or in the air handler itself, and they work to treat the air. There are some very good ones actually out there that have been tested and proven against, obviously not against the current coronavirus since it's such a new virus, but many of the previous viruses that we've dealt with, like SARS and MERS and the bird flu, some of those other ones, there are devices out there that can help defeat those. Some testing that has been shown to destroy up to 99%, of those viruses that are airborne.
Wow, that's important, I think, especially, with today's environment, more and more people staying at home and being told, if you're going out into public spaces, wear gloves, wear masks. There's more and more people coming down with the flu and pneumonia. So we're talking with Gregg Bowman, the AC guy of Tampa Bay. acguyoftampa.com is his website. Longtime friend of the program, great team over there. And it's a great time of year also. We're kind of coming out of that spring season into the summer here. So it's a great time to have your air conditioning service, Gregg.
Yeah, most definitely is, Brandon. We are actually, I wouldn't say discouraging, but we're suggesting to our customers to hold off on maintenance a little bit, just in light of everything that's going on. If you do have a concern that your air conditioner is not going to keep functioning or may act up and you're stuck at home, then no, by all means, we are considered an essential services business, so we're open and still servicing our clients. We're just trying to do everything we can to prevent any possible transmission of the disease. But yeah, it's definitely important to get your air looked at, especially in light of the fact that so many people are spending so much time at home. It's definitely important to stay on top of that.
Yeah, and we've seen real estate sales slow down. Lost a couple of contracts due to the virus, and some of the sellers are saying, "Hey, well, let's take it off for the next 60 days. Let's reset those days on market." Are you seeing any seasonal trends or virus trends in your industry as well?
The impact to us has actually been, positive for our business. We have been slammed, been very busy with work. I think the impact that we've been seeing is that so many people are stuck at home and using their air that they're more aware of it than ever before, and they want to make sure that it's going to keep working for them in light of everything that's going on. Nobody wants to be stuck at home in 90-degree weather, so it's been keeping us very busy. So I feel blessed that with all the businesses out there that are suffering and hurting, that it seems to be having the opposite effect for us.
Now, you do have a program. It's I believe you call it the VIP package, the VIP plan. Can you tell our listeners about that, Gregg?
Yeah, most definitely. We have our VIP program, which is a preventative maintenance program. It's basically a set it and forget it. We maintain your air. We call it a love your air conditioner situation. We come out twice a year and do the required maintenance on your unit, make sure that everything's working the way it should, clean your drains, clean your coil, make sure your filtering system is working, make sure this, all the mechanical specifications are there and that everything's working the way it should. We do all that for $14 a month. And then if you do need any additional services, we offer those at a 20% discount. We also have no overtime charges for our VIP clients. So if we do have to come out in the middle of the night because your air is not working, they're same rates as they are in the middle of the day. There's no extra charges. So it's a program basically we put together to reward our clients who want to take care of their air conditioner. We found that if you don't have maintenance done on your air conditioner, you're essentially already paying the power company in increased operating costs. So that $14 a month, you're paying it either to the power company or to an air conditioning professional to maintain your system. So we just wanted to make it as easy and as affordable for our clients as possible.
Yeah, that's important. So many times people don't clean their systems out. They're not managing the system properly, and it's this situation where now here's what is something that people should look out for if something happens and they have a system breakdown. What are some of the bait and switch tactics that you've seen, or just common tips that you might want to look out for, Gregg?
Yeah, well, it's hard to, always pinpoint what is going to cause a breakdown, but most definitely making sure you maintain your filters as a homeowner. That's an important thing you can do, because a dirty filter can cause a system failure. But watching out for your drain, if you know where the drain drains outside, that is another common issue where the drain backs up and will shut the air down or can cause a flood. So a homeowner can go out there with a wet, dry shop vac, suck that out every now and then. It's a great thing to do to help prevent that. If you've been shown how to do it, there's usually an access to the drain where you can put a little vinegar, or if you know how much to use, a little bit of bleach down that drain line, that helps as well. But if you do run into a problem and you find yourself in a situation where it's broke, call a professional. We have also, in light of everything that's going on, started a new program where we're doing video phone consults through the WhatsApp or Duo, where you can give us a call and schedule an appointment with a tech to actually do a kind of consult over video. If it's a minor problem, a lot of times we can fix it that way. If not, we can schedule an actual service call then.
Yeah, I love it. Just keep your system running smoothly. Work with the AC guy of Tampa Bay, highly reputable company here, longtime friend of the Consumer Quarterback Show, and they got a great team over there. Can help you with your indoor air quality. That's something I keep mentioning. I want to definitely talk more about that off air, Greg. Get that into your home and protect for some of those airborne illnesses that can come up, and a lot of them are airborne. So, hey, thanks for hanging out with us here, Greg. We'll let you run. I know you're busy over there.
Yeah, thanks, Brandon. Really appreciate you having me. And it was different to join the show from a remote location, but we do what we got to do and keep going. And I just also wanted to mention on the indoor air quality side of it, we are offering some specials on that. We want to take care of our clients, so reach out to us and we'll do what we can to help you out.
All right, Gregg Bowman, the AC guy of Tampa Bay. Thanks so much. More from Mary Surnicki and Fred DeFelice when we come back. We'll be right back.
All right, this week we're going to talk about something exciting as usual.
We always have something exciting.
Yes, we do.
At least it's exciting to us.
This is a question that comes up.
TV, hey, it's Friday night. We're not here. Yes, we pre-recorded once again because WeBeam TV is working over in Tampa with D'Angelo Star.
The 62 Who Knew. I almost said Professional Mortgage Alliance, Joe's Bar and Grill. But actually, it's our 39th week. 62 Who Knew.
We're at the wonderful steampunk event at the Verizon Event Center here in 2019. I think it's still August, right? Yeah. Woo! Can't remember anymore. Ask me about
Yes. To be able to help businesses to do that kind of stuff. But it's just been a couple of years.
Well, and I've taken the business card files from our business cards and made
entrepreneurs and professionals of Tampa Bay. Welcome to your hour for getting the information, the tools, and the connections
Ian
for
Beckles on Radio Influence.
Or you say left-hand white, and then they catch the left-hand white. What it does, it helps you quick with hand-eye coordination. Yeah.
Well, that's kind
as your super connector. We want to introduce you to our 50-plus show partners. We got over 80 categories of expert contributor advice here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, and we want to.
That's where we disagree, but that's okay.
I said nonviolent.
That's okay.
Because, we're one of the only states that don't give them back the right. I've got Jamie Limbaugh. He is from the Next Step Image. I love that name because you were telling me earlier.
For the type of republic we actually are is actually very correct. Yet politicians and regular people use these words interchangeably, even though technically they are very different.
you're an overdoer, overachiever, people pleaser, we tend to neglect ourselves.
And even as Sisters Connected here, with Women Unscripted, I know
All right, welcome back. Thanks to the Consumer Quarterback Show. Thanks for hanging out with us here, and we are excited to talk a little bit more with our in-studio guests. We got Mary Surnicki in the house, representing Suncoast Roofing. We got Fred DeFelice coming right up as well. We appreciate you hanging on here and speaking with us here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, hanging out. And we want to help you win in any marketplace. We've got over 50-plus show partners, 80 categories of consumer advocate content and advice here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. And we've got a couple of hot listings I want to let you know about here. 8325 West Hillsborough Avenue in Tampa. This is an office building that is prime opportunity for a business owner. If you're currently paying rent or leasing space, this is a great opportunity for you to get into your home, your own home for your business here at 8325 West Hillsborough Avenue in Tampa. It's a freestanding office. There's a kitchen, large conference room. Great opportunity here to own your own business space in Tampa Bay. And the signage by the road as well is a great asset with 50,000 cars a day coming by that property here in Tampa Bay. Also 260 Lyndhurst Street in Dunedin. This is a property that is walking distance to the Fenway Hotel. So it's a great opportunity to own a income producing asset as well, with a mother-in-law suite rental right above the garage there in Dunedin. Great opportunities here from the Platinum MVP team. Check out our real estate website at platinummvpteam.com, platinummvpteam.com. And this segment is brought to you by Replenish IV Solutions, the science of nutritional balance. Say hello to our friends Stephen and Lisa Gunnan over at Replenish IV Solutions. 2 locations in Tampa, Gandy Boulevard and also Carrollwood. And they're also making house calls. So if you'd like to get a nurse directly to your home and get a treatment, it's a vitamin infusion treatment that goes directly into your bloodstream. They're going to have the Myers cocktail, vitamins, nutrients, all types of electrolytes, and other good stuff going directly into your bloodstream. Big shout out to Replenish IV Solutions, the science of nutritional balance. And we are back here in studio. Our goal is to help you understand more about your buying decisions as a consumer advocate. So we got Mary Surnicki in the house, Suncoast Roofing. Welcome in, Mary. And let's talk more about what you guys are seeing with the effects of the COVID virus and the latest developments that we've seen here with COVID.
Just like in every industry, we've been affected as well. Most of 80% of our the roofs that we do are residential. So when that starts off with a sales call, our salesmen go out to the house, they evaluate the roof, they talk to the homeowner. So we're having to make a couple of changes that helps to protect our employees and the customers. So we're going out, we're making the appointments, we're going and taking a look at the house, going and inspecting the roof without making contact with the homeowner. And then we're giving them a call later. We can either go over it on the phone with them, or we can do a Zoom presentation with them where we are literally face to face with technology. We can do anything. And that's kind of helped us a lot. Kind of sets us apart from the other roofing companies in the area. And we have some big commercial projects that are going on. And rainy season is right around the corner. So we are also installing a new HD shingle, HDZ. It doesn't have any wind. There's, how the old shingles had 130 miles wind.
Yeah.
These new shingles don't have any.
Wow.
It could be
No
200
rating?
no rating at all. So it's an interesting product, and there's nothing like it yet in the market.
Wow. And you look at the difference between residential and commercial. What are the main differences? Because a lot of times you see like a flat roof on commercial, which we would never build a residential home in a flat roof, right?
Not usually. I mean, there usually is a little bit of a flat roof on most homes, over their patio. Some of the older homes in St. Pete might have flat decks. But usually with the commercial, we do TPO, we do mod bitumen roofing. But it's just a little bit different. But honestly, it's just a big house, when you think about it. So it all breaks down to squares.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about the warranties as well. I had a friend of ours that we're just recently talking to, and they had less than a year old house, and some shingles flew off the home. The roofing company called them and said that they were sending them a bill for $500 and something to come out and repair what seemingly is a brand new roof. With a no-name storm. It wasn't a named storm or anything like that. And they said that it wasn't covered under warranty.
Okay, so that's a huge red flag. So in the state of Florida, the Department of Business, they regulate us. So, we have to give you a 5-year, as a roofing contractor, we have to give you we have to stand by our work for 5 years. So you have, 5 years that we have had to install it, properly. If the roofing contractor came out and said that it was the material itself, now, like say we're Master Elite installer for GAF. GAF would now come out and say, okay, yes, the material itself failed, and they'll pay the contractor to reinstall it. But as a contractor, a licensed contractor in Florida, they have to give you that 5 years.
Yeah, because that's a big purchase from a residential standpoint for a business owner, or anyone that's building a home and they're putting up a roof. You expect for it to be covered for at least a minimum period more than a year.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's a brand new home, so that roof should stay on there. And we haven't had, a named storm since Irma passed through here. So there should be no reason that anything should be flying off any roof.
Right. Now we're talking with Mary Surnicki, Suncoast Roofing, here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. If you just joined us, I'm your host, Brandon Rimesey, and you've also heard from Chuck Peterson in the past. And why don't you talk a little bit about Chuck's role and the differentiation with you guys?
Well, Chuck is the executive director of our company, and he goes all over the state of Florida. He deals with a lot of our big commercial jobs, HOAs, big apartment complexes, because that's very detail orientated and there's a lot of moving parts. So he's actually in Panama City today, meeting with one of our partners up there and discussing some upcoming work. So he's a little bit all over the place. You never know what office he's going to be in.
Yeah, very cool. I was speaking at a Florida Podcasters Association last week, or a couple weeks ago actually, and there was a gentleman there that had some roofing material that he had invented. And I was talking to him about our show and how we have, the different partners, and I gave it to Chuck. So I'm interested to hear what his feedback is on that. But I'm sure you guys see different types of products like that from time to time. People coming into the industry. Are you seeing those types of things, like people coming in with? We
absolutely do. And they stop into the office and they're like, this is what they have a lot of solar venting and stuff where they've come in, and then every year in July, there's an FSRA convention in Orlando where it brings all of Florida's, roofing, I guess, the whole industry together. And you get to see these different products, or different technologies that help us out on the roof. There's something that we just started with our company called Company Cam, where an installer can go out and take a picture. The salesman could take a picture. Chuck could go out and take a picture, and it all goes in real time to the same file. That's awesome. We don't have to wait for someone to email pictures or to send. It goes right there in real time. So, there's, we love to talk to people that have different ideas, because with this whole virus, everything is changing. We have to change with it, and we have to be willing to be flexible too.
Yeah, innovation in the marketplace is what's great about America. What's great about capitalism is it forces innovation. People have to improve or die. If you're either getting better, you've heard it said from like a coaching standpoint in football and those types of things. It kind of rings in my mind is you're either getting better or you're getting worse, and you can't really stay the same.
Right, and rainy season is coming.
Yeah.
So storm season is just around the corner, and that's when people are like, oh, we need to do our roof. And no matter what is going on, even with a virus, if you have water coming into your home, you have to protect your largest investment.
Yeah, and if you don't, if it's one of those things, a lot of times people say, well, I don't have the funds for it. I don't want to do it yet. I'll wait another season. What happens is you have those patches, and then you're letting that once you're penetrated, now that wood is starting to rot. It's getting into the walls in some cases. It'll get into the drywall. Yeah. I mean, it causes a lot more damage.
And I've seen too this year a lot of insurance companies. I've gone on a lot of estimates in the last 3 months where their insurance company is not renewing them. So I don't know know if it's 2020, if it's a certain year that these insurance companies, or if there's a cycle that, so many policy, they go out. But yeah, they're not going to insure them if they don't get their roof replaced.
Right. And that's a big part of the real estate process as well. When we're doing a real estate transaction, the challenge becomes from an insurance standpoint mainly, and the mortgage companies have some say as well, of course, because they're insuring the asset. But from an insurance perspective, the home inspector, for example, Jay Smith, A. Snoop Inspection, is who we work with a lot. He's going to say, hey, I only expect this roof to last 3 to 5 years, or if it's less than 2 or 3 years, then the insurance company will not insure it, and therefore we can't bind the insurance, and that forces us not to be able to close the deal.
Right, absolutely. And we use Jay for all of our wind mitigations on the west coast of Florida. So we work really well with him. We also work with Leo, the engineer in group. We're doing a huge project over by USF with him right now, big commercial project. And it's so important. I mean, this whole community over there has been around, I don't know, since 1954, and they can't get insurance on the whole complex because their roofs need to be replaced.
Oh, man. So you get into a catch-22 position where I'm sure they don't have the reserves, but they've got to have the roof to be able to move forward.
Yeah, it's a dance, I'll tell you.
Yeah, it can be.
Yeah.
That's right. It's all about, making sure that, everyone's talking to each other. They're getting the system in place. And that's what reminds me of the show as well. We set the show up almost 7 years ago now, is to be that consumer advocate, to plug in to not only the Tampa Bay community, the entire Gulf Coast of Florida. A lot of our expert contributors and partners are covering, the full state or parts of the state. And the idea for you as a listener, if you're tuning in and you're a fan of the show, we'd love to connect you with our different expert contributors, our partners on the show, and support their business, and which in turn helps support the show. So we appreciate you tuning in to AM 860 The Answer here. It's also FM 93.7 on the FM dial. We got a weekend show on FM 102.5 The Bone, and we are syndicated on Apple TV, Amazon, Roku, Sony TV, 85 other outlets. Of course, you can find us on YouTube and iTunes podcasts as well. So when we come back, we're going to talk water quality here. We got Fred DeFelice. He's a water expert in that field. So from air quality to water quality here, coming up on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Also, our feel-good story of the day: a man hands out $10,000 in cash to people waiting in the unemployment line. Stay with us right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Check out consumerqb.com.
All right, this week we're going to talk about something exciting as usual.
We always have something exciting.
Yes, we do.
At least it's exciting to us.
This is a question that comes up.
TV, hey, it is Friday night. We're not here. Yes, we pre-recorded once again because WeBeam TV is working over in Tampa with D'Angelo Star.
62 who knew. I almost said Professional Mortgage Alliance, Joe's Bar and Grill, but actually it's our 39th week. 62 who knew.
We're at the wonderful steampunk event at the Verizon Event Center here in 2019. I think it's still August, right? Yeah. Woo! Can't remember anymore. Ask him to me about
To be able to help businesses to do that part of it. But it's just been a couple of years.
Well, and I've taken the business card files from our business cards and made
Entrepreneurs and professionals of Tampa Bay, welcome to your hour for getting the information, the tools, and the connections
Ian
for
Beckles on Radio Influence.
Or you say left hand white, and then they catch the left hand white. What it does, it helps you quick with hand-eye coordination. Yeah.
Well, that's kind
As your super connector, we want to introduce you to our 50-plus show partners. We got over 80 categories of expert contributor advice here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, and we want to.
That's where we disagree, but that's okay.
I said nonviolent.
That's okay.
Because, we're one of the only states that don't give them back the right. Got Jamie Limbaugh. He is from the Next Step Image. I love that name because You were telling me earlier.
For the type of republic we actually are is actually very correct. Yet politicians and regular people use these words interchangeably, even though technically they are very different.
If you're an overdoer, overachiever, people pleaser, we tend to neglect ourselves. And even as Sisters Connected here, with Women Unscripted, I know
And we're back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes here, your host of the Consumer Quarterback Show, powered by the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. We want to help you win in any marketplace and be your consumer advocate. So we have lots of ways that we do that. And we're going to thank the sponsor for this segment is Golf Cart Depot. Big shout out to Golf Cart Depot. They got 2 locations here in Tampa. They've got a Land O'Lakes location as well as Clearwater, and they are in business to help you with your golf cart needs. They've got Easy Go, Star EV, Cushman, pre-owned and remanufactured. And they also are offering, they will be open during the stay-at-home orders right now, and they're allowing you to bring the test drive to you. They'll test drive it at your home, allow you to test drive it at your home as well. And they've got some great sales happening right now as well with the coronavirus and things happening. So reach out to Golf Cart Depot. Let them know the Real Estate Quarterback sent you. Check out our red Keller Williams red golf cart there, the Platinum MVP logos, Keller Williams Realty logos, Consumer Quarterback Show logos, compliments of Image 360 graphics from Bob Burmaster as well. So we've got ours, and we're out there door knocking in the neighborhoods as well. Big shout out to Golf Cart Depot. Let them know the Real Estate Quarterback sent you. Take them up on special offers and incentives just by mentioning that you're a fan of the Consumer Quarterback Show. All right, we got some land available here in Palm Harbor, 0 alternate 19 in Palm Harbor. Vacant lot, land available. Build your office right here. And these lots are prime opportunity to build your business, your offices, professional mixed-use building. It has the entitlements in place. You've got the plans from the owner is offering the plans as well, which is a $40,000 value, and you get about 40,000 cars a day driving by. Alternate 19 in Palm Harbor. It's 516, also known as 516 Alt 19 in Palm Harbor. So we got vacant land available throughout the area as well. Also have $1 million listing over at Peaceful Lane. It's 4214 Peaceful Lane in Land O'Lakes. This is on Bell Lake, and it's 8 lots, 5 of which are waterfront. Developer opportunity, builder developer opportunity here in Land O'Lakes. Beautiful opportunity here in Tampa Bay. Check out all of our listings at PlatinumMVPTeam.com. Check out PlatinumMVPTeam.com. All right, let's go to Fred DeFelice in the house. He's a water expert. Fred DeFelice, waterscience.us. So what are you seeing out there in the world of water, Fred?
Well, right now, people are being very aware of the problems with the water they have in their home. People are stocking up on bottled water, and they're going to the store and not finding it. So they're saying, gee, maybe there's a better way. So the big thing with us is educating the public and our clients. So mainly, we're educating people about how bad having chlorine and chloramine is in your water. It's proven in drinking water or showering in chlorinated water will affect your vitals. It will help reduce your ability to fight illnesses. So a healthy home really does start with healthy water as well as healthy air. And in this time now, we're trying to do our part. We're actually offering all the listeners to this show till the end of April. They can get our systems put in their home at dealer costs, the same price we charge our dealers, and we will also do the installation at no cost. And we're going to do that till the end of April for as many people as we can help get their water situated home properly. And basically, most people realize, or maybe many people don't realize how bad the toxins are in our water here in Tampa Bay. Coming down the pike, they're going to be having to use the reclaimed water as well. The water you water your lawn with, that's going to be blended into your drinking water eventually.
Wow.
Our growth here in Tampa Bay is such that we're going to be running out of water. Now, it's not a new concept. It's done already in places like California where they experience drought conditions. So we know it can be done, and it will be done.
Wow.
One of the side effects of doing that is having more pharmaceutical drugs in the water that the water company cannot take out at the treatment plant. So fortunately, our systems will treat your water for all of that problem. Chlorine, chloramine, heavy metals, bacteria, cysts, fluoride. We take care of all of it. So you're winding up with water the way nature intended it to be.
Wow, yeah, that's a lot, Fred. You think about the challenges that we're seeing as population growth. Florida overtook Texas as number 2. So now we're one of the largest states. We're growing every day. More and more people are moving here. There's still demand. So it's such a balance of sustainability.
Exactly.
So that's the challenge that we're seeing is this how do we sustain the growth and meanwhile we're straining our natural resources. There's a lot of challenges there with the all the different, you look at the power grids being taxed. We talked to 3D Solar about the power grid and how that's affecting as well. But when it comes to water, we've got Fred DeFelice in studio here. He's the authoritative expert in all things water. So when you talk about dealer pricing, by the way, thanks for doing that for our listeners. Dealer cost there. What's the difference there, or I guess how can we?
Now we design. We have systems all different sizes, mobile homes, condos, the typical 3-bedroom home, and the estate home. Our financing, believe it or not, starts at about $19 a month with this program. So it's something you can't pass up. And again, I mentioned educating the public and our customers. Water softeners pollute the environment and waste tons and tons of water that you can't even believe how much. We did a small calculation very conservatively one time. If a small percentage of homes were able to convert to our system, it would save over 1 billion gallons of water a year. That's enough for about 7,000 families for a year.
Wow.
So many states have banned the use of water softeners for that reason. They just waste too much and they pollute the environment. So we've always been ahead of the curve. We've been using this technology for over 10 years. So we know it works, and we have very many loyal customers that have become our friends at this point.
So, Fred, talk to me about that. And by the way, if you just joined us, I'm Brandon Rhymes. I'm your host. We're talking with Fred DeFelice, waterscience.us. 30-plus years as a master plumber, and he's been in the water business for, about 30 years as well?
A little bit more than that.
Over 30 years.
Yeah.
So the idea of these water softeners, let's talk about the pros and cons. Like, why would they say it's good? And then why are you saying they're bad?
Okay. Well, it's the only technology we had here in Florida 30 years ago, mainly to get rid of scale. So a water softener does that. It takes out the minerals so you don't get all that scaling on your shower doors and in your dishwasher and such. Well, minerals, it turns out, is very healthy to have. So our systems leave all the good minerals in the water, but take out all the bad stuff. The second part of our system deals with eliminating scale that you would normally get with hard water. So it's just a great technology that was developed about 15 years ago. So now we're leaving the minerals in, we're taking all the bad stuff out of the water, and we're dealing with the scale, eliminating the scale, actually about 97%. It protects your water heater, it protects your plumbing, all your appliances. People just can't believe how great it is once they have that system in their house and things start to get cleaned up. So we're really proud of it.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense when you look at what we're putting into our bodies. Like we talked about in segment 1 with Gregg Bowman, the AC guy of Tampa Bay, being able to put these different, sometimes it's infrared, it's using lasers, to clean the air. When you look at the water, I mean, it's something that we're not actually seeing it, but you'll go into the homeowner's home and have a testing kit.
Yeah, basically we use a pool tester so you can see, and you're going to see that there's about 3 times more chlorine in your faucet than in your swimming pool.
Wow.
So it's a big deal. So
it really is.
Yeah.
When you look at the ability to add this on now, it's an outside plumbing where the plumbing comes into the home,
Yep.
and then also an under the sink for the drinking water.
Yeah, we have a great under the sink unit that takes out all the rest of the stuff, the fluoride, the pharmaceutical drugs, and it also makes the water alkaline. A lot of people are interested in alkaline water for health reasons.
That's a big one. Tony Robbins talks a lot about alkalinity. If your body's acidic from drinking diets or regular soda, sugar, loaded foods,
exactly,
cancer survives. If you have a very high, alkaline environment, cancer cannot survive. Those cells cannot survive in that system.
Great.
In the body system. So the alkalinity is a huge thing. And then you see it going back to, people, I guess we just like to spend money. We go to you start buying bottled waters, and then you look at some of the water, it claims to have a higher alkalinity in the water, and they charge you $3 or $4 for that bottle.
Yeah. I've met people that are spending $75 a month on bottled water,
Right.
And here you can own our system. Even if you have a bigger home, you're looking at probably $35 a month. So.
Wow.
So you finance it. It's an opportunity to have clean, fresh tasting water, clean tasting, fresh tasting, great tasting water in your home. So reach out to Fred DeFelice, waterscience.us. And of course, right here to the Consumer Quarterback Show, you can call us and we'll put you in touch with all of our expert contributors on our hotline at 813-670-7372. Of course, Suncoast Roofing in the house as well. If you need roofing information, Gregg Bowman, the AC guy of Tampa Bay, Fred DeFelice here, 813-670-7372. And when we come back, we've got our feel-good story of the day. One of my favorite parts of the show is our feel-good story. Man hands out $10,000 in cash to people waiting in unemployment line. We'll be right back. And we're back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes here, Consumer Quarterback Show, powered by the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. We want to help you win in all of your dealings, business, finance, estate and tax planning, roofing, water, health, nutrition, lifestyle. Lots of different ways we can help you here as your consumer advocate, but it's up to you to reach out. We encourage our listeners to call or text our hotline number, 813-670-7372. Any questions, comments you may have, introductions you want to be made, 813-670-7372. And I implore you to check out our website, consumerqb.com. You can see links there to all of our expert contributors, the finest folks in all of Tampa Bay and the Gulf Coast region of Florida that we've assembled and we vetted, that we bring on the show to serve as a consumer advocate. And we're back here in studio. I want to help you win. This segment is brought to you by Bilmar Beach Resort, Gulf Boulevard, and Treasure Island. The official hotel partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show is the awesome Bilmar Beach Resort, a great hotel right on the beach in Treasure Island. And they have a resort update on their website. It says they are adhering to all of the CDC preventative measures. They're cleaning the properties very thoroughly as well. They've got restaurants on site, excellent food, and a large beach. Check them out, Bilmar Beach Resort. Let them know that the Real Estate Quarterback sent you. Take them up on special offers and incentives just by mentioning that you're a fan of the Consumer Quarterback Show. All right, we got a great opportunity here, a condo that's available in Clearwater. It's a ground floor unit, 2689 Sable Spring Circle, unit number 105 in Clearwater, waterfront. And just listed, great opportunity here in Tampa Bay. Just reduced, rather. The price dropped on this property, and he's ready to make a deal. 2689 Sable Springs Circle, unit number 105 in Clearwater. 2-bedroom, 2-bath. You got views of the exterior on 3 different sides. You got a lanai, and it's one of the best priced condo units available in Clearwater. It's right by the mall, close to the mall as well. Matter of fact, it's walking distance to the mall. It's 2689 Sable Springs Circle, unit 105 in Clearwater, Florida. Great buying opportunity here in Tampa Bay. How about 122 East Dr. MLK Jr. Boulevard in Tampa? This is a commercial asset at 1224 East Martin Luther King Drive here in Tampa Bay. Great opportunity to own commercial asset here in Tampa Bay. Investment opportunity. You've got 1222 and 1224 corner lot on MLK. 2 commercial properties here in Tampa Bay. Check them out at platinummvpteam.com, our real estate company's website, platinummvpteam.com. Of course, if you know of anybody looking to buy, sell, or invest in Tampa Bay, we would love to talk to them. And we also have cash offers available through Keller Offers. We got instant offers available through Keller Williams. So go with a trusted name. It's actually the #1 real estate company in the world in terms of closed volume, closed units, and number of agents. So we are literally working with the #1 real estate company in the world here in Tampa Bay. All right, every day we're going to tell you something positive in our feel-good story of the day, and today is a great one. So a man in Australia was seen handing out $100 in cash to each one of the hundreds of jobless workers waiting outside Centrelink office in Melbourne. Peter Darmo, 62, handed out a total of $10,000 because he felt sick to his stomach after seeing the queues of people with no means to put some bread on the table for their families. Quote, the gratitude and the tears in people's eyes, he said, as it was unbelievable. Darmos, a businessman who immigrated from Greece as a child, urged other wealthy Australians to donate to workers in industries that have been crippled by the coronavirus pandemic. Quote, I came here as a 6-year-old from a village in Greece to this country, and it has been good to me, he said. And so this is out of Australia. So you can do the same thing here in Tampa Bay, in Florida, in the United States. So we hear these different types of stories, lots of good going on. And a big shout out to right now to our medical staff, our nurses, doctors, paramedics, all of those that are involved, people that are working overtime to help, combat this pandemic. A lot of folks, first responders, our hearts and prayers go out to those affected, all the families affected as well. So we're back here in studio. Our goal is to help you win as your consumer advocate, and I'm your host, Brandon Rhymes. We got Mary Surnicki in the house, Suncoast Roofing, and Fred DeFelice, waterscience.us. And we're going to jump into our lightning round. We're going to give you some tips, parting words of advice, and nuggets of advice here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. All right, Mary Surnicki, Suncoast Roofing, top tips, nuggets of advice, parting words of wisdom.
Well, always use a licensed contractor, and Suncoast Roofing is doing estimates. One of the things, too, if you know somebody that needs a job, Suncoast Roofing is hiring. So we're hiring qualified salesmen, installers, also superintendents. We are, we're hiring. So check us out if you have selling experience, even if it might be not in roofing. We could teach you the products, but definitely come on in. We'd love to talk to you and offer you a job.
Nice. I like that. All right, Mary Surnicki, the Suncoast Roofing is hiring. I like that. Fred DeFelice, waterscience.us.
What we're doing now to avoid visiting you in your home, we'll set up a time when we can speak on the phone and maybe have you in front of our website on your computer. And we can go through, ask you a few questions, and we'll know exactly what size system to recommend for your home. And then we can schedule the installation. At that time, we can also send you the simple one-page form to fill out for financing if you're looking to do that. I just want to also bring you up to date on a report I just got. They're going to be starting in May all the way through June, putting heavy chlorine in all the water lines in Tampa Bay in many different areas. And it'd be great if you can get our system in before they start doing this, because it's really going to be bad. Yeah, basically check out the website, waterscience.us, and we can set a time to discuss over the phone, save us from having to meet with you and go over all the upfront pricing. No surprises with us.
Awesome. And I would talk about today, what I want to share with you in our lightning round tips for today is that a lot of times we have opportunities in life and we say, oh, I don't have the time for it. But now is a great time. Many of us have a lot of extra time because we have, challenges. We've got this safer at home order in place. So now would be a great time to explore that passion that you had, that's something that you wanted to do, maybe to make an extra income, or a hobby you haven't had an opportunity to take up or look into. But and I want to remind you as well, opportunities like a spaceship, when they launch the spacecraft, they say, hey, we have a window of opportunity, where the atmospheric conditions are right, the weather conditions are right. So it's an opportunity for you to take action and do something maybe that you have always wanted to do, and accelerate your harvest, as the great Jim Rome would say. And it's the best time to be alive here in the United States. And we're going through a difficult time right now. But I want to remind you the definition of self-discipline. It's the ability to make yourself do what you should do, whether you feel like it or not. And a lot of times that's something that you can look at when you're planning your goals, you're preparing to make action and look into what you want to do next. So I would say use this time wisely. It's a great time to reorganize, regenerate, and maybe look at it as some downtime as well. If you want to take some time as a downtime, spend more with family. So let's do another round here. Top tips, nuggets of advice, parting words of wisdom. Mary Surnicki.
Definitely call us for a free estimate. And then also, if you have insurance questions, because a lot of people are getting letters from their insurance company saying they have a certain time limit to change out their roof, give us a call. We'll come out. We work with a lot of different insurance companies on both sides of the spectrum with insurance, but we can help navigate you through that, because I know when you get something like that, you're not ready for that big expense. But give us a call. We have some avenues of financing that can help. We do free estimates, shingle, tile, metal, all kinds of flat roofs. And then we have a whole commercial division that really specializes with HOAs and, because different buildings in HOA communities, maybe they have funding for one building but not the other. So we help to put you on a plan so that we're taking care of that for you. So give us a call and we'll send somebody out to you.
Awesome. Suncoastroofing.com. Mary Surnicki and Chuck Peterson, you've heard on the show as well. So Fred, I wanted to mention too, what you had just mentioned before. I think it's interesting to explain about the chlorine. Can you give me that insight, or give our listeners that insight that you share with me about the migration patterns? When you're talking about how a lot of the snowbirds are down,
oh yeah,
when they're going back up, okay, why that happens, how that happens.
Our population gets reduced when the snowbirds go back home, and consequently the flow of the water through the mains in the street is diminished. And when that happens, air spaces develop in the piping. If there's air, there's going to be bacteria. So that's the time they have to put extra chlorine. The other thing is we're expanding our dealer base at this time as well. If you know somebody who may be looking to do something different, or maybe they need to make a change, have them get in touch with us. We have a simple process of teaching them how to handle our products. We are the manufacturer. We stand by. We give a lifetime warranty on our systems. So we're looking to work with the right kind of people.
Wow, that's awesome. So two of our partners are actually expanding and hiring right now, and a lot of times you hear about contraction in the industries. But yeah, so it's great opportunities. There are opportunities. You have to just see where things are shifting. Of course, you just got to find out. There's a book I remember reading, who moved my cheese, or where did my cheese go? Right.
Just talking about that today.
So you figure out where did the market swing? Where did it go? Back in the day, it went from mortgage loan origination to REOs and foreclosure business. The property preservation business blew up. So just finding out, where are the trends going? Of course, virtual, those types of things, educational online, meetings online, those things. And again, just remember, it's going to be short-term, temporary. We're all going to get through this, and it's going to be better on the other side. We're going to have a lot of pent-up demand. People are going to be buying, selling, investing. It's going to be a lot of good things happening. So I want to thank Gregg Bowman, the AC guy of Tampa Bay, Mary Surnicki, Suncoast Roofing, and Fred DeFelice, Water Science.us. I want to thank all of our listeners, our viewers out there, TV show, and of course our producers and our team behind the scenes putting the show together. We want you to please go out there and consider committing a random act of kindness, packing up some food, donating some time, volunteering, lots of ways that you can be a force for good in the community. We'll see you next time right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Check out consumerqb.com.
You've been listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. Whether it's real estate, consumer, or financial advice, let Brandon call your next play. Contact Brandon Rhymes at 813-670-7372. That's 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com. And join us next time for The Consumer Quarterback Show.